Foundations brings us Kinky Kiora. At first she looks like balls, because most 3-mana creatures are in fact balls. But Kiora does a lot. When she enters we draw 2 and discard 2. But more importantly when she attacks, if we have 7 cards in graveyard, we make an 8/8 token. It's really easy to put 7 cards in graveyard, especially since Kiora's putting 2 in there herself, and she's especially good with haste, which we can achieve with Arena Glory Holes, or alternatively, with Texas Phoenix. But it gets even better, because we're discarding stuff to graveyard. A great card to discard is Wonder. When Wonder's in our graveyard, all of our creatures get flying, which is great for a deck that wants to attack, with cards like Ravioli and Fear Missing Out, which can give us an extra combat. Then there's Inti, which allows us to discard a buff, while also digging for cards. Because we're discarding so much and 1 card's in graveyard, we have Burning Inquiry, throwing 4 cards in graveyard, allowing us to cast turn 1 Hollow Ones for free. For more discards, there's Street Wraith, otherwise known as Butthole Lips, and with so many things going in graveyard, it's very easy to get Delirium, especially when we surveil a Channeler, working well with Mishra's Bauble. To ensure we get Delirium, we have Tarfire, which counts as 2 card types, and now for sideboard. The benefit of running blue is that we have Consigned Memory, allowing us to counter color spells and triggered abilities, and because our creatures get flying, we have Rough and Tumble, dealing 2 damage to each creature without flying, and there's Storm Hate, Graveyard Hate, and Untimely Malfunction. Not only can it take out an artifact, but it can also redirect a spell. As a deck, just how kinky is Kinky Kiora? That's exactly what we're off to find out. So here we go. Opening hand with Inquiry, so we'll keep. Oh, the black deck. Not to be racist, but they might have Orcus Blowmasters, which is really rough for us. We'll go with Inquiry. Opponent discards 2 lands. Try and find Hollow One. Ooh, we find one. That makes me happy in pants. Opponent plays Emperor Boners, so they're Goryo's deck, and they can exile cards from our graveyard, and then reanimate. We'll dash out Ravioli, and Spank for 6. Opponent takes it. And they also have Kiora, and they're about to steal ours. We'll play our Chandler and pass, but we'll need 1 more card in graveyard. They go for the buff. Now they have 6 cards in graveyard, but not 7. But they do have Ulamog in graveyard, which is a real stinky dinky. We'll play a Kiora of our own, discarding Wonder and Phoenix, so now our creatures have flying. And now they play removal? Why didn't they do that before? Oh shoot, Orio's Vengeance. And they make us sacrifice all our permanents and have lethal. So game's already. Putting Graveyard Hate in the last 22. Opening hand with Inquiry, so we'll keep. No, we have Leyline. That's so racist. They throw in the tracks in graveyard? Oh, sweet Jesus. Well, we really need to find Graveyard Hate, so we'll put Chandler and Bauble. We draw a land. And our opponent's stuck on 1 land, so there might be hope after all. Arena Glory Holes, we'll give your haste. Kinky Kiora, we'll put them at 9 pass. Oh my gosh, we're still stuck on 1 land. They discard a log. We'll play Fear, but still no Graveyard Hate. Removal. And if it can just survive this turn, then we'll be looking thick like brick. And our opponent concedes out of embarrassment, so we must settle things game 3. Opening hand with Inquiry, and no Graveyard Hate. We'll try it. And of course there's Leyline. Come on, something good. Hollow One. Darn it, our opponent's evolving. This is most tragic. But on the right side, our opponent's stuck on 1 land again. So God willing, we'll clap their cheeks. Blink for 2. Ravioli hits. Shoot, if only we could cast Emperor Boners. That would have been most kinky. But we could only make 1 mana. 1 passes again. Here comes Ravioli. Hit in for 2. We steal the land. We'll then play Inti and pass. Oh, praise the magic gods. How we won that is beyond me. But all daddy knows that we're off to a good start. That's on the next match. Opening hand I've seen better, but we'll keep. And it's an Eldrazi deck, so we must make haste. Opponent ramps. Who's Channeler? We'll play it. And Tarfire. Now we have Delirium. Opponent digs. Finding Eugene's Labyrinth. Another Inti. We'll play it. Swing and buff. Oh, we'll finding Street Wraith. We do put them in 8. Let's see if that's good enough. There's Devour. Taking out our big Channeler. Land. We'll fist for 4 in the air. Finding Kinky Kiora. We'll play Kiora. We find Arena with Inti. And upon learning the definition of pregnancy, our opponent concedes. Going into game 2 is bringing Consigned Memory with Ask Me 2. Opening hand a lot of lands, but we do have Memory, so we'll keep. We draw Wonder. We play Talisman, and we draw another Memory. They'll have 5 mana on their turn, so it's too risky to play anything. Opponents who scarcely pass. Another Fear. We'll play 1, and now our creatures have flying. Ooh, Devour. Exile Fear. Dig for a creature. Finding Goldbreaker. And then we'll counter Devour. More lands. Play Fear. Street Wraith. Might as well cycle. No. Hollow One. We could play that for 1 mana, but we really need to be able to replicate, so for now we'll pass. They go for Goldbreaker. We'll counter both things. Now give haste. Playing Kinky Kiora. Ah, shoot, daddy messed up. We could use that haste mana to play Hollow One. A real stinky. At least we get an 8/8. Opponent digs. An opponent plays Devour. We lose our Octopus, but luckily our other stuff has flying. Hollow One, okay. We'll cycle to get Delirium. We'll swing. Make an Octopus and get an extra combat. Put our opponent at 1, and say good luck to our opponent. And despite daddy's missing chromosomes, victory is ours. So that's not spanking. Opening hand has a great curve like your mama. We'll keep. But our opponent's in the main deck. We'll see if we can outspeed them. Nothing for our opponent just yet. We draw Ravioli. We'll dash it out and get him for 3. Stealing the land they kept on top, so they're forced to play another tap land. But we do have to watch out for Leyline Binding. Inquiry nice. We'll make 2 haste mana. Use 1 on our Fear. Discarding Wonder and getting flying. We'll then play Ravioli, and this most likely won't work. We'll attempt Delirium. Oh, Leyline Binding. Taking out our Fear. Ooh, Hollow One. Our opponent does get a Flagon Graveyard, but we have Delirium. This for 5. And they have Crashing Footfalls, so they're not a domain deck. Just a foot Football's Echo Scion. Opponent digs for land. Opponent passes. Another Chandler for us. We'll play with haste. They tap down Hollow One. And we put them at 2. But now we must pass. Ooh, there's Scion. Lifelink and Hexproof's annoying. We'll have to swing out. Oh, that worked. We got kind of lucky. Going into game 2 is bringing memory, and that's going to 2. Opening hand of Inquiry. We'll keep. Our hand's pretty slow. So hopefully this Inquiry changes that. No. Hollow One. And Street Wraith for us. Our opponent's forced to pass. Although they could have Leyland Binding. We'll cycle. Finding Ravioli. And this move be kind of tricky. We'll make case mana. Playing Ravioli. And then Inquiry. And they do have Binding. Taking out Hollow One. Oh, we have Plays in Graveyard. So now we must pass. And here come the Rhinos. We do not have Wonder in Graveyard. So attacking here is not great. We'll just have to pass. Oh, we're in a Glory Holes. So Plays will come back with haste. Yep, that'll do it. So we must sell things game 3. Going in game 3 is bringing 1 vacuum. Well, that's 3. Opening hand looks promising. We'll keep. Ooh, there's Binding. Inquiry is really tempting here. But I say Chandler is safer. Cycle land on top. Opponent passes. And now here's the plan. We'll first play Chandler. And Inquiry. In hopes so we don't lose Hollow One. Darn it, we do. At least we have Delirium. Opponent passes. Inside, nice. We'll play Fear. Discarding a land for a land. 6 or 6. And hold up Memory. Rage again. We'll counter its trigger. Ooh, wrong with seeds. Because we would have dealt 11. And 11 is more than 10. All's well, it ends well. And now it's the next spanking. Opening hand has an okay curve. We'll keep. And it's an Eldrazi deck. It doesn't feel great going second. We'll put out a Monkey and pass. Opponent plays Ring. Getting protection for a turn. We'll play Fear. And Plunder. Bauble for us. And then we shall pass. So now they can make 5 mana. They exit Ravioli. And play Chalice on 1. And Chalice on 0. This shall be most kinky. We'll cycle. Ooh, another Hollow One. Play Kiora. Dumping our 1 drops. This for 4. And play both Hollow Ones. So they're drawing a lot of cards. They have 11 mana here. They play Fire 7 Death. It does have Reach. With Lifelink, that's a huge problem. Between that and Ring, they certainly have us pinned. So game 2 already. Going into game 2 is bringing Consign to Memory. That's 22. Opening hand with Inquiry. Still risk and keep. Inquiry time. They lose Labyrinth and Command. Although we discarded a Hollow One. And our opponent still gets a dig. Opponent plays Math. Street Wraith for us. Ooh, no Chandler. We'll play our Chandlers and pass. Opponent passes. Consign to Memory, nice. They will have 7 mana on their turn. So even though we could attack with Kiora here, we'll hold up Consign instead. Opponent tries to wipe us, but only Mama's allowed to wipe. No, Tormor's crypt. They're so lucky. Well, this is a bit awkward. We'll still play Kiora. Swing for 5. Our opponent's gotten so lucky so far, despite us hitting them with Burning Inquiry. But their luck keeps coming. Unlike us, we might as well play NT in the pass. Opponent plays Crusty Karn, finding the 1 ring, our favorite. And we play Thought. And yep, they have us. It's not fair, I say. Our opponent must have sucked off a leprechaun for good luck. A small hiccup on our journey to clap cheeks, but it happens sometimes. Now it's on the next match. Opening hand is decent. We'll keep. We'll cycle. Ooh, cycle again. Finding Steam Vents. We'll play Ravioli and pass. Opponent passes. And more land. Get number 2. Never mind, removal. So we'll play Channel and hold up Tarfire. Opponent plays Voidcocker. Voidcocker for you. And 2 for us. We'll first Ash Ravioli. And more removal. That makes things tricky. No, Blowmasters. We just couldn't hit Delirium. Now we do. We have Blowmasters. Play NT and pass. Another Voidcocker. That's super good against us. So we can't use Inquiry. We'll discard. Buffing NT. Finding Chandler, okay. So we might not get pregnant after all. We take 3. Opponent passes. Ooh, Bolt. We'll swing. Discard and buff. Ooh, finding another Chandler. We'll first play Chandler. And Bolt Voidcocker. Fabulous. And our opponent agrees. Going into game 2 is bringing board wipe and redirect, and with that it's going to 2. Opening hand we have Inquiry, so we'll keep. Inquiry time. Dumping 2 Fears and drawing another. And they dump their Necrodominance. Ooh, opponent passes. Which probably means they have Blowmasters. We'll play Fear. And there's Blowmasters. So we'll pray for removal. Before dropping Kinky Kiora. Inquiry meh. But Daddy has a plan. We'll make 2 haste mana. Play 1 Chandler. And then another. We'll then swing. And get an extra combat. Opponent chomps. Oh no, they don't chomp. They haven't had a Blowmasters. They just love blowing us so much. We'll put them at 10. And then we must pass. They fist us for 5. Play Voidcocker. Ooh, Street Wraith. Not what we want to see. They can only deal 8 on their turn. So there's a small chance we survive. No removal. We go to 2. And our opponent has lethal to take game 2. So we must fondle each other to the death in game 3. Going into game 3 is bringing 1 more redirect, and with that it's going to 3. Opening hand is kind of underwhelming. Even though we do have board wipe. We'll try it. And we plan on dashing out Ravioli. Our opponent also plays Ravioli. We bolt. I don't think we bolt just yet. Instead we'll play NT. No removal. Please unload your hand. No, we don't. We draw Tarfire. And now we'll try to draw out the Blowmasters. That's Ravioli. And there's Blowmasters. What a surprise. And now they can just play 1 more creature. Their poop and Shafton will be ours. We take 3. And they do play for sure. Bye-bye. Our opponent must be devastated. Another Voidcocker. We'll bolt. We draw NT. We'll give haste and swing. Uh-oh. Never mind removal. In that case, we'll cycle. Darn. Plays no Necrodominance. No, that's what I said not to have. They can draw as many cards as they want. They do 4. Ooh, Kiora. We'll give haste. Plays no removal. So we can make an 8-8. Oh, Necrodominance. They might just have lethal. Blowmasters. Going after Kinky Kiora. And a second Blowmasters. Our opponent just loves blowing us. But luckily for us, our token is flying. And what? They get a 1? That might mean they have Marge. Punish. No, they gained 10 life. That's so racist. Well, we'll remove one Bloodmaster and play one Fear. Visual Phoenix, but tragically must pass. Oh, Shieldred. Oh my gosh. And removal, yep, they have us. Being able to draw their whole deck, basically. Oh, we were so close. Oh, 3-2 overall. So there we have it. Kiora was in fact Inti. Certainly a must answer for opponent. But was Kiora better than Detective Phoenix? Or would extra Phoenixes be better? That one is tougher to answer. So let me know what you big boys think. The new giveaway starts in the next video. So be sure to check back soon. And until next time, stay with tech.